Today we're going to break down what is an open application, what is the open platform as a service, why do you want to use it, why not just make a script and applications the way that you're making them today, why use a new system? And it's a good question and there's some good answers. So the fundamentals are, for the same reasons you would actually use functions inside of a sophisticated application, is the same reason why you would use open platform as a service, and that is to make it distributed and reusable and to be able to divide the work over different functions and assign them to different people and developers and teams. So what open platform as a service does is it extrapolates that same concept over the entire internet. So let's just jump right into the categories over here. We're going to click on business intelligence and we're going to deconstruct an open application. So the application is Agent System 1. If we click on that, and then it's available over here in the details and info. If you click the icon or the link here, it'll actually launch the application and run it in real time on the open platform as a service. So let's go ahead and click that, and that opens up and it's running on open platform as a service. So we see the application icon here. When you create your open application, you will create the icon that will be shown here as well as on the previous screens, and the specs for that is 75 by 75 pixels. Okay, so what we have here is the actual object selector for open platform as a service. So we're inside the runtime environment for open platform as a service, and the different objects that comprise this open applications are available here in the drop down menu. So this application, Agent System 1, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 objects, and when you select the objects, as you would imagine, the property sheet and what is down here below the object selector becomes the current part. So when you select these, what you're actually doing is you're fetching remote code from servers. So that's one of the first things to realize, is that all these different objects can reside on different servers. They don't have to, but the power is that they can. You're not limited to having the code come from one server. So agent info could be coming from server xyz.com, and then the function URLs and keywords could be coming from server sony.com, etc. So as you would imagine now, what that also makes possible is the functions do not even have to be the same programming language. If they're coming from a different server, you can use any programming language you want on any server. So agent info could be accessing one server that's running a PHP script, and then the variables can be passed to URLs and keywords on another server anywhere on the internet that is accessible via HTTP that will run, say, JSP. And similarly, all these objects can be on any server running any programming language. So that's one of the steps forward in open platform as a service versus the older platform as a service. You're no longer limited to one server, a proprietary language, or one single language, and all those limitations. So if we go ahead and we just enter the info for this first object, and then the property sheet is down here, agent name is going to be test agent, username will be 1, password is 2. We want to do a nice industrial strength username and password there. Okay, so then you select the URLs and keywords, and I'm just following the directions that are given here for the application. So then we select URLs and keywords, and the URLs we're going to look for is going to be Obama. Oh, actually, that goes down in keywords. So let's go down here, since we started with the keywords. Obama, and then another keyword, so each one goes on a separate line. The next one would be global warming. Okay, so the URLs, it can be one or more, and again, everything that's going on down here below the object selector, you define by, this is the output of the script. You're URLs and keywords in this case. And on the previous screen for agent info, that was the output of the agent info object that was corresponding to a given script on a given server. Okay, so you are free to have the look and feel below be whatever you want. Everything down here you control 100% the look and feel. This application happens to mimic the look and feel of the design in the title bar here in the table as Open Platform as a Service itself. However, again, you can use any language and any technology, CSS, style sheets, Ajax, whatever you want. It can look like whatever you want it to look like down here at all. So this is just uniform for, this is a introductory reference open application. That's why it's similar to the look and feel of Open Platform as a Service itself. But it's very important to understand that you as the developer, you control 100% the look and feel of your application. Okay, so the URLs, let's search CNN.com and abcnews.com. Again, everything that this application does is defined by you as the developer. It has nothing to do with no limits in Open Platform as a Service. This happens to be a search agent that goes out and searches one or more websites. And you can find that back in the description for the application at the Open Store, which is the first screen that we saw. Okay, so we have our URLs and we have our keywords we're looking for. So then we're going to run the search to see what it returns. Now it's running in real time and we'll see the results. So just give it a second. Internet seems a little slow today, but we'll wait. Okay, so here's the result page again. Now this, of course, is the output of the script called run search. So it went to CNN and it found Obama, and it went to abcnews.com and it found global warming. Okay, so the developer of this application put this nicety in there so you could just see what your search agent would return when it's actually saved and run on your behalf. Okay, so then you set the schedule, the next object. I want to run this agent every 15 minutes. Okay, so then the email settings, if and when it finds a match, the user can define the from name. I'm going to say from Open Platform as a Service. From email address will be support at Open Platform as a Service.com. The to name will be to you, and your email address will be you at somewhere.com. The subject will be AS1 found a match, and then the message is check it out. And then below the check it out body of the email, this application will append the actual links to the search results that it found. Okay, so then the next object is save and run. And then we get save and run. Your agent, test agent, is now running. You will receive an email when there is a match. Okay, so that is a overview of an open application and how it runs on the Open Platform as a Service. So let's just back up through the objects we went to and bring us all the way back to the Open Store. And here's the application here. So your application will show up here in the Open Store in one of these categories. You can also search for applications up here. So if I entered agent in the search results, I would actually get the same result, Agent System 1. And then the details coming over here. And again, as I mentioned, here's the details of the applications of how it works. Okay, so that is a basic overview of an open application at the Open Store and how it runs on the Open Platform as a Service. You can create an application that can use any programming language on any server, and it can all interact in real time seamlessly for the end user on the Open Platform as a Service.